Darn dust bunnies. Been a while since I cleaned the place. Dust. It's everywhere, on everything, all the time. What is dust? And where does it come from? Household dust is a collection of various things, you name it. Grit from the pavement outside, cigarette tobacco, paper fibers. Some of it even comes from outer space as tiny particles from comets and disintegrating meteorites. Some of it comes in through the doors and windows, and we bring some of it in on our clothes and our shoes. But if you want to know where the majority of household dust comes from, look no further than the end of your nose. The dust in your house is 90% dead skin. You see, we're constantly shedding little flakes when we move around in bed, when we get dressed, even when we walk. I'd say since the beginning of this item, you've probably lost about 50,000 flakes of skin. So, you take some grit, you take some pollen, some cosmic particles and fibers, and a whole lot of dead skin, and you've got household dust. Now, dust can be a nuisance. It can be embarrassing at times. But for some people, dust is more than just an eyesore. It can be quite irritating, even dangerous.
Asthma is a condition that constricts air passages in the lungs. An asthma attack can be triggered by overexertion, high emotions, even an infection. But one of the biggest triggers of an attack is household dust. Well, actually, it's not really the dust. It's what's living in the dust. Meet the house dust mite. It has body armor, stubby hairs for feelers, and a handsome pair of serrated pincers. It's like a tank with legs. The house dust mite lives in dirt and dust around our home. Some of its favorite places include carpets, pillows, and your mattress. The average double bed can be home to more than 2 million of the critters.
You've never seen these mites. That's because they're almost microscopic. About a half a dozen of them could fit on the head of a pin. Oh, don't worry. They don't bite or suck your blood or burrow into your skin and lay their eggs. Nope. The house dust mite is a passive, gentle creature. It only uses those pincers to collect its favorite food, dead skin, which you remember makes up about 90% of the dust in your home.
Think about it. Every night you get into bed with 2 million of these. Pincers held out, they wait for you to roll over and give them a meal.
Kind of disgusting when you think about it. But what do dust mites have to do with allergies or asthma?
Once the dust mite has digested its meal of skin, it excretes a pollen-sized pellet. The lightweight droppings float through the air and into our lungs. When inhaled by someone prone to asthma, the mite droppings can cause an inflammation of the airways that triggers an asthma attack. A protein in the mite poop triggers the allergic reaction. So we aren't allergic to dust, we're allergic to dust mite feces.
That said, you probably want to know how to get rid of your tiny house guests and their, discards.
Washing your bedding regularly will kill the mites, but only if you use very hot water. Vacuuming helps, but not much. It may trap some of the mites, but most of them still cling to the carpet fibers using suckers on their feet. On top of that, the mite droppings are so small, they fly right through the vacuum and out the other end. The easiest and most inexpensive thing to do is open a window. Hard to believe, but there's a higher concentration of dust inside the house than outside. So opening the windows and letting the breeze flow through actually makes the house cleaner. Fresh air circulation does another important thing. It helps reduce the humidity inside the house. Dust mites don't survive dry environments.
Now, you'll never get rid of all the dust mites in your home, but through diligent cleaning and lowering the humidity inside, you can significantly reduce their numbers.
If the thought of sharing your bed with millions of dust mites disturbs you, I won't tell you about the dozens of different mites that live in our eyelids, noses, and ears.